Justin Caswell, can you stand up and wave your arms, please? Thank you.
Can I say that again?
Have you met with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yep, you can have a seat. No one appeared for Justin Seeley.
Okay,
So we'll bench warrant him.
all right, good, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see, Mr. Milks.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were here on Jeremiah Marcos.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Is Marcos here?
He was here in person, but he wasn't feeling well.
We just saw him.
Okay, I know we were still waiting for a mental health court. What's going on with that?
Yes, Your Honor. Stephen Milks on behalf of Mr. Marcos. I don't know if we're on the record.
We're not, he's
Yeah,
not
right
here.
now correct, Your Honor. Right now, I got in touch with Ashlyn Burns, who is running one of the assessment persons at 30th Circuit Mental Health Court. She indicated that they're waiting on CMH to determine clinical eligibility and to submit their assessment. She indicated to me in an email that they expect that to be completed likely early next week. So I would probably just ask for another, set this out for another review hearing in 2 weeks.
We can do February 22nd at 9.
February 22nd at 9 a.m.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. We see Giovanni Valares.
Zoom.
The record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Giovanni Valares, file number 23-03536, counsel appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Morley on behalf of Mr. Valadares. Mr. Hayes is the assistant AG assigned and he's on mute. There we go.
Sorry, Your Honor, I was on another Zoom.
Okay, can you place your appearance on the record, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Robert Hayes, Assistant Attorney General here for the people.
Okay, today was the date and time that was set for a probable cause conference. Let's see, I think I see your client, but he needs to start his video.
There we go.
Okay.
Mr. Valadares, can you start your audio too, please?
Yep, just need to unmute.
I apologize, Your Honor. He's out of state. We had talked about this before we started.
I think I got it to work,
There we
Your
go.
Honor.
Okay, let's see. Today was the date and the time that was set for a probable cause conference. I have one count of gambling operations, felony, another count of computers using to commit a crime. And then count 3, maintaining a gambling house for gain, count 4, computers using to commit a crime. Let's see. How did I get to count 7 on the back if I don't have the other count? Oh, okay, it's just felt 7 years. Are we continuing to examination? That is set for February 15th at 9:30.
If I may, Your Honor.
Yeah.
We're asking that the 21-day be waived in this. Mr. Hayes has provided a lot of discovery. There's no delay on his part. I'm not suggesting that. There's just a significant amount of paper and electronic discovery. So I would need some time to get more up to speed. I've consulted with Mr. Valadares about it, and he understands and is agreeable. I've also contacted Mr. Hayes regarding that, and there's no objection on his part. So I'd ask the court allow Mr. Valadares to waive his right to have his preliminary exam within 21 days of his arraignment.
Mr. Valadares,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay, you understand that you have the right to have a preliminary examination within 21 days of your date of arraignment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and due to the voluminous amount of discovery and the issues indicated by your counsel, are you willing to waive that timeline so we can reset this for another date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anybody threatening you to waive the timeline?
What was that? I didn't understand.
Did anybody threaten you to get you to waive the timeline?
No, ma'am, I couldn't hear you, sorry.
No problem.
Your
Any
Honor.
promises being made to you in exchange for a waiver?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll reset this matter.
March 28th at 8:30.
Does March 28th at 8:30 work?
Does for me, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, March 28th, 8:30 in person at the court.
Thank you,
Any
Judge.
additional? No problem. Any additional matters for the record today?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Thank you. Enjoy your morning.
Same to you.
Thank you.
Ms. Robinson,
Yes, Your Honor.
you have Wendell Aldridge and then Mr. Caswell.
Yes, I'm ready on both.
Okay, on the record in the matter, the people of the state of Michigan versus Justin Wayne Caswell, call number 22-03524, counsel appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrosky on behalf of the people. Karen Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Caswell.
Okay, and so today was the date for Mr. Caswell to have a probable cause conference. The matter is scheduled for preliminary examination on the 15th of February at 9:30. Are we continuing?
Your Honor, we received a plea offer from the people in this case to plead to an amended count 1 of controlled substance use. And he would be willing to accept that today. I don't know if you're willing to do that over Polycom or if you would like to keep it on for next week.
I'll keep it on for next week.
Sure.
Amended count 1 use. Well, it would be an added count actually. Of use of a controlled substance.
Yes.
Okay, well, we will convert next week to a plea date and he'll appear in person for that purpose. There was also a bond violation that he was already arraigned on. That's still scheduled for next week.
Yes, Your Honor. The people would be asking for a dismissal of the bond violation as that that violation has already resulted in a misdemeanor case against Mr. Caswell.
Now be dismissed. We don't need any witnesses next week, just proceed with the plea for next week. Do you have any questions, Mr. Caswell?
No.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing from the people.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
You're all set, sir. Thank you. Mr. Caswell, you're all set.
Okay.
On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Wendell Aldridge in file number 24-0221, counsel appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Karen Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Aldridge.
Okay, Mr. Aldridge, today was the date that was set for a probable cause conference. I have count 1, controlled substance possession. I have count 2, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing. Count 3, controlled substance use. And there's a habitual offender fourth offense notice. This matter is scheduled for preliminary examination February 15th at 9 a.m. Are we continuing to examine?
Yes, Your Honor, we plan to leave this matter set for next week.
Okay, so the matter will proceed next week in person at the court. You need to be here by 9 o'clock. Do you have any questions, Mr. Aldridge?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing from the people.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Aldridge. I've not seen Arthur.
I have not seen him in the hallway yet either, Judge, but I will double check.
Okay, I'll issue a picture.
I'm done going to court.
Your Honor, for the Arthur Mora file,
Give me just a moment.
my apologies.
Meet with Benjamin Hilborn already?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Do we need to bring him up or are we continuing?
We don't need to bring him up. The attorney's office has proposed a solution to 4 other files along with this one, and I think I need to discuss that with Ben. Advantage of that this meter on there next month.
Okay, I see the offer here. So you believe he's gonna take advantage of the offer? You're not confident or sure yet?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't looked at the other cases yet.
Okay.
I'm sure
So
before I
we'll
advise.
continue to examine for now.
Yes, I guess that's a wise move, and I'll sort it out and let you know as soon as I can.
Perfect.
Sounds good. More. Do you have another one?
2 others, but we handle them already.
Okay, sounds good. Mari Brown, if you have an attorney?
I think we did.
Family breakup.
Okay. Christopher Hughes has an attorney?
Our office hasn't received any records for now, but that doesn't always mean anything.
Please initial PA 53 issued. Where's the PA 53?
That's for any, just needs to initial the front of the file.
Needs a what?
Initial the front of the file. Because we need the rain.
Oh, hey, how come no one put it on this side though? I don't see it. Where's the where's the P53 on? I don't understand. When did he commit a P53?
Just when they get a rain.
Oh, issue. I thought you meant he
Oh, no.
violated the P53.
No.
Okay, got it. Okay. Ms. Donnelly, are you ready with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Damari Brown, file number 24-00245, counsel appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrosky on behalf of the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Damari Brown, who's appearing separately from the Ingham County Jail.
Certainly give me that part. Okay, today was the date and the time that was set for a probable cause conference. This matter is scheduled for preliminary examination, February 15th at 9:30 in the morning in person at the court. Are we continuing to exam?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You see him in person next week for his exam. Any additional matters for the record today?
If I could just put the offer for this case on the record, Your Honor.
You may.
Thank you. The offer from the people would be for Mr. Brown to waive, if he were to waive this case up to the circuit court as charged. Then once both this case and his other pending case were in the circuit court, he would plead guilty to count 2 in this case and dismiss count 1, and then plead guilty to count 1, home invasion 3rd degree in case number 24-00126 FY. Then once both cases are bound over, there's also potential for negotiations regarding his HIDA status for both cases, and the offer will close at the conclusion of the first circuit court trial.
Sounds good. And I see that was the offer that was sent electronically to Ms. Donnelly, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any questions about your offer? Mr. Brown?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any additional matters for today's record?
Nothing for the people.
Your Honor, yes, something from defense. Mr. Brown was given personal recognizance bonds by Your Honor last week. But he is, the jail is still showing that he is being held on the bond that you changed on the file that was bound up last week on 24-126 FY.
Give us that case number again.
24-00126 FY.
Our system shows that it says 1,000 PR bond on that file.
All right, Your Honor, I was just wanting to make sure that it was, if there was a error with the jail, and I can take it up with them.
Yeah, our system reflects that the bond was changed.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Any additional matters?
No, Your Honor.
No.
Okay, we'll see Mr. Brown next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Brown.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, who is the gentleman in a jail on? What's your name? Tilborn?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me in jail post 1, sir?
Yes, I can.
Okay, what's your name?
Benjamin Gilmore.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Benjamin Hillborn, file number 24-0264, council appearance.
Assistant Prosecutor Paige Petrosky on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Abbott, representing Benjamin Hillborn. He appears by video today from the jail.
Okay, Mr. Hillborn, my understanding is that we're going to continue to examine, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor, with the goal of resolving many of his cases by next week.
Okay. Do you have any questions right now for the court? I couldn't hear your response. Oh, something's going on in there.
Like you said, no, Your
It looks like he said no, but your sound is not coming through for some reason.
Can you still hear me? We're correct.
I can hear you now. Did you have any other issues or questions for the court?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay, well then we'll see you next week. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
There you go.
What's your name, sir?
Christopher Hughes.
Okay, on the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Christopher Hughes, file number 24-00263. Mr. Hughes, today is the date that's set for probable cause conference. I have one count of interfering with the police investigation, committing a crime threatening to kill or injure. Count 2, assault or assault and battery. Count 3, assault or assault and battery. And then there's a habitual offender second offense notice. Did you request a representation by the public defender's office?
No.
Okay. Are you intending to hire an attorney? Are you intending to hire counsel, or are you planning to represent yourself?
Represent myself.
Okay, and you do understand that you do have the right to request court-appointed counsel if you can't afford to hire an attorney, correct? Do you hear me talking?
Yes.
Okay, you do understand your right to counsel, sir? Oh, okay, so he's standing mute. Was there an offer on this?
There was, Your Honor. I didn't have anyone to send it to, but the offer would be for Mr. Hughes to plead to an attempted, or excuse me, would plead to an added count count 4 of an attempted interfering with telephone communications, and plead guilty to an added count 5 of domestic violence with 7694A, and we would dismiss counts 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, so the offer from the prosecution is for you to plead guilty to an added count 4 of attempted interfering. And then there's also added count 5 of domestic violence with no objection to 769.4A. You're representing yourself. Did you request your discovery?
Requested what?
your discovery. You want to know, you need to get the evidence that they intend to use against you so that you can review it to prepare for your defense.
No.
Do you intend to request the discovery?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. This matter is scheduled for preliminary examination, February 15th, 2024, 9:30 in the morning. That will happen in person at the court. Do you have any questions with court today?
No.
Okay, you're all set. On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Sanquita Callahan, file number 23-03029, council appearance.
Prosecutor Peter Petrowski on behalf of the people.
Thank you, Your Honor. Vince Green, on behalf of the defendant, Sanquita Callahan, standing to my right.
How are you, Ms. Callahan? I'm doing well, thank you. Today was the date that was set for a preliminary examination. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the victim and her guardian at this time did not appear, and then my officer that I would be proceeding victimless under, she is out of the state for I believe, a family vacation, so we'd be asking for the cause adjournment.
Okay, and has your office had contact with the victim?
We've had contact with the victim, and her grandmother's the person that she is staying with her, because she's a minor. We've had contact with her. Admittedly, it's been like a few weeks, I believe. But
the victim is Callahan's child?
yes, Your Honor. Asani Bauer,
Okay.
and I believe she's staying with her grandmother, Sharisa Lindsay.
I think we're both victims.
Yes, my apologies. Yes, the grandmother, Sharisa, is also a victim in this matter.
Okay. Okay, and did you want to respond to the motion?
Yes, Your Honor, we had opposed continuance of this matter. Ms. Collins here. We met yesterday. We're ready to proceed with that. For dismissal, the prosecution is unable to proceed.
Okay, well, this matter has been set multiple times and continuously reset. After the officer appeared, it's outside of the prosecution's control that the officer is now on vacation or out of town for personal reasons. So I'm going to grant the adjournment. We don't need to really address the cause because the timeline has already been waived. I'll reset this matter.
March 28th at 9.
28th at 9 work for you, Mr. Green. Received a letter on this file and it needs to be located because I believe that letter alleged some concerns about the client.
March 28th, I'm free.
Okay, so I will reschedule this for March 28th at 9 a.m. New subpoenas will go out to the witnesses. We did receive a letter which needs to be located from Darshell Beasley. Are you familiar with Darshell Beasley?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, she sent a letter to the court with some concerns. As soon as that letter is relocated, we'll make sure your attorney gets a copy of that. The letter also included pictures with you and the person that's supposed to be the initials BB, which is the alleged victim. It's Facebook Messenger, with you both putting your middle fingers up, I guess, in some language that I guess was provoking for Miss Beasley. So when we find that, we will make sure your attorney gets a copy. I think that Miss Beasley was purporting to show the court that you were violating the no contact order. I don't know offhand what the dates of that communication would be, at least for the purposes of the pictures that they provided, or if the pictures were old pictures or new pictures. But once we get that, we'll make sure attorney has a copy of that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
But I am gonna remind you that there is a no contact order in place. And so you're not to have any contact directly or indirectly with the Sharice Lindsay or the individual, the minor with the initials EB, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You have any questions about that?
Yes, because I had a previous lawyer before this, and I spoke with her before because my daughter had situations going on at school, and they said that I had to be there. So I asked her if it was okay for me to go to the school without her or with her being there. And she said she sent something to the court and told me that it was okay to go to the school board meeting. So if that is against something, then I'm not sure.
I don't
What I'm
see where
supposed
your
to do.
bond was amended in any form.
That's the only time that I've seen her.
Who was your attorney?
Sarah Donnelly.
If something in there happens in the near future, we'll take it up with the court.
Correct. And you were at the school though, you're saying?
No, it's not the school that she goes to. It's like a school board meeting because she was kind of like getting expelled for.
Okay, so you were
School,
saying
so I had to be
you
there.
appeared to the school board meeting and she was there, is what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay. I don't see where that was addressed as it relates to your bond, but going forward, I just want to remind you of the no contact order. Your attorney will make sure anything that needs to be flushed out with the court beforehand will take place in the future, so that you avoid having interactions or situations that could violate your bond. And then I don't know what your relationship is with a Darshell Beasley. The court's familiar with Darshell Beasley. She indicated that even in her letter to me. And so not someone that I believe you would want to be opining or in accepting your experience with the court with her banter. So I would, if I were you, not communicate with her, but that's up to you. Communicate with the likes of Darshell Beasley, okay?
Okay.
Nonetheless, do you have any other issues that we should address today?
Nothing for the people.
Nothing for the defense.
Okay, we'll see you on March 28th.
Thank you.
No problem. Mr. Carter online?
No.
On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Brian James Joy, file number 23-01836, council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jennifer Lawton on behalf of the people.
May it please the court, David B. Carter Jr. appearing by Zoom along with my client, Brian Doig, who is appearing by Zoom and would waive his personal appearance.
Okay, and so today was the date that we set this for a new probable cause conference because there was a new offer that was being considered. Do we need to set this for another or a continuation of the exam date or a plea date? How are we going to proceed?
Your Honor, I have spoken with Mr. Carter, I do believe that we have a plea agreement worked out. However, that plea agreement would involve transferring this matter to Judge Ward's domestic violence court. It's my understanding that Judge Ward is just now getting back into taking transfers from other courts. I think that we probably need to coordinate that still with Judge Ward's office and make sure that she is able to take this case into the DV court. So if we could reset this one more time to get this coordinated with her office, I think that that would be the most optimal plan.
Okay, we'll get you a new date.
February 22nd at 9:30.
February 22nd at 9:30. Does that work for you, Mr. Carter?
February 22nd at
Correct.
9:30. I can make something work there.
Very good. Okay, we'll set it for that. Any additional matters we need to address today for the record?
Nothing else from the people, Your Honor. If we can get this transferred prior to the 22nd, can I just coordinate that with your staff?
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem. Any additional matters?
Nothing else from the people.
Nothing for the defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set.
All set, Brian.
Take clerk of what? Instruct, okay.
Robinson's down in Church.
We'll make sure. Do you have witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Those
Trooper
officers?
Schaefer was present.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just finishing the email. I'm gonna go see if Abby needs any help.